almost got a full week out of it. The water pump took a shit. Some bit. Pontiac decided to overheat. In this situation, looking like a failed water pump not circulating. Did some looking at it, and you know, both radiator hoses were hot when it got hot. It was spewing out the overflow a little bit, and I mean, it just got up to temp real fast once it did. So it was nice and did it on my way to work. Right down here, south of Wright. So I almost made it to work, and that's when I decided to do it. Luckily, they picked me up, brought me in, so still got work in today. But now, instead of trailering it home and calling the homies on this one, we are going to limp it back, take little breaks, and you know, I'm not too upset here. We're within the 500-mile test period. We almost made it to 500 miles when this happened, so yeah. Come along as we take my overheating Pontiac and go home. 35 minutes probably from here. We're gonna see how long I'm going till I have to stop. We're at 460 miles. Just started going. Let's see how far we get till she gets hot. So we made it to at least one checkpoint I wanted to. We're starting to get pretty damn hot. We can make it about 6.5 miles. We're gonna have a slow trip. So now we wait, let it cool down. One thing is engines don't like heat. It causes a lot of problems. So if you're in this situation, don't let it overheat. Well, we've been sitting about 15-20 minutes and it's almost cool enough. This last time we made it 4 to 5 miles. So my next checkpoint is 5 miles. So gonna let it cool down a little more, and let's hope we can make the next checkpoint in Cass. Slowly but surely, we are getting there. Phooey, we are not gonna make this checkpoint. She is getting warm, so we are going to get in some shade just ahead and take a little break. Close. We are about a mile from that checkpoint. Last checkpoint. Last cool down, hopefully, before we make her home. Brutal fun. So we made the last checkpoint. It cooled down. We didn't quite make it home, but I just got way up to speed. And luckily, most of my road is downhill for me, so just put her in neutral, and we've been coasting. Hopefully, we'll coast just enough. I just live up there. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Battery at it here with the Pontiac. We got it home last night. Took an extra hour and a half to get it home, limping it that way, but we got it home, didn't have to hook up trailer, call anybody, so it is what it is. So now we're down here. I've already drained it. Now we're doing the water pump, getting it ready. A million videos on this, so I'm not gonna go too in depth, but I do move the overflow jug. You can move this too to give a little more room, but my fat hands can actually fit through here, so I did. But basically, before you take the belt off, you want to take the smaller pulley bolts off. Well, it's got tension, well, at least loosen them up, take them off to you so you can get in here. And then between a 10 millimeter and a 13 millimeter, get all the bolts on the surrounding. And also makes it easiest, the power steering pulleys down there. There's holes, I don't know if you can see, kind of in the pulley here that you can insert a socket through to get to the bolts in there. Once that's moved, you can kind of get more room to get one more bolt back there. And the water pump, there's a pretty new water pump for it. I just got the gasket in there because I didn't get the metal with rubber one, just a plastic, paper one, sorry. I put a little RTV on there, let it sit for a little bit, but you see I got power steering pump moved. That's how you access that final bolt, which is this one. So again, they're all 13s and 10s. And let that sit a little bit and put this new pump on. The bigger bolts, you're using a high temperature thread sealant because these do go into water jackets in the water, so you don't want them leaking after you do all this. Got to get much better at this video stuff. It's just, you get going and you forget. And anyways,
wrapped up the Pontiac. Certainly was the water pump. When I did that, I also did the thermostat. Just to, while I was at it, I just went from orange coolant to green coolant. I've just had some issues typically with things with the orange, and never a problem with the green. So when I did that, like I said, I changed the thermostat along with the water pump. I flushed the car a couple times to get all the old orange out, because you cannot cross-contaminate. Took it for a couple test drives like that, and even just like on the cleaning in the water, temperature was perfect. So like I said, flushed it, put in the new coolant. Been driving it for about, I think since then, about a week, 2 weeks. So haven't had any issues with that department. So that's cool. Heat works nice. Like I said, car doesn't overheat, so it doesn't take me hours to get home. Life's good with the Pontiac. Life's good till the next problem, which was actually this Friday, which wasn't, I guess, a big problem, but it was torrential downpour, and they wouldn't let me over into the left lane, so there's a bunch of big puddles right around the corner from my work. Had a huge one, lost power steering, set charging system failure, and I said, oh, that's nice. Just threw my belt. So that did happen, but that was fixable, luckily. Need to carry tools in my car. That's something I gotta remember. That's something I'm gonna do today. But Pontiac is rocking and rolling, so I'm excited.